Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Salt Lake City Snowhawks expansion franchise here on Madden 25. Today we're in San Francisco taking on the 49ers. Both of these teams enter at 0-1 as we each fell in week 1. Our Snowhawks come off a tough loss last time out 14-9 against the New York Giants. Our offense didn't play bad, but we just couldn't strike, in enemy territory, especially there in the red zone, as we failed to score a touchdown there in week 1. The 49ers come off a 31-21 loss against the Los Angeles Rams, as the Rams were the only team in the division to win in week 1. So we're trying to flip the 49ers in the division this season, as they have won the NFC West each of the first 2 years of this franchise. But now we're trying to turn the tide despite that week 1 loss. And in this game, we're going to go defense only. And then in the next game against Seattle, we'll go offense, as we get a look at the number 1 overall pick quarterback, Byron Snow. We are now here at the opening kickoff, as we are now underway here from Levi Stadium, trying to take down the 49ers here that are still the favorite in the division despite that week 1 loss, as they'll take over here at the 29-yard line. Brock Purdy, the quarterback of this team, signed a mega contract, 6 years. Don't even know what the numbers are, but I know he's making upwards of $60 million per year, as the 49ers going all in. Went 20 out of 41, 263, 2 touchdowns, and an interception in that opening matchup against the Rams, as he and the offense takes the field for the first time. Deebo Samuel hurt, so Ricky Pearsall getting some more run this week. McCaffrey still the running back now into his age 30 season, as the first give he'll get a nice gain that time, brought down by Jalen Thompson, 7 yards for McCaffrey. Now 2nd and 3. There goes George Kittle in motion, one of the X factors on this offense. Purdy, a quick one to him for the sideline. This will be wrapped up just 1 yard. Now Purdy trying to roll out, and he'll have to throw that one away. So a 3-and-out forced by the defense, and I didn't mean to watch that drive, but we'll live with it. This game we're going to go offense here against San Francisco. Next game defense. Not sure if that's what I said in the open, but either way we got some bonus football there, checking out the defense as they force a 3-and-out to start. And now our offense pinned back way deep at our own 5-yard line. We'll start to give there for Trey Benson. Nice carry to the outside. Trey Benson now works that to the 19. A good tackle there by, I believe, Hufanga. And that's going to bring us to, Jair Brown. Very good defensive backfield here for the 49ers. A bunch of young guys. And that's a first down for Salt Lake City. And there goes Tylan Wallace in motion back the other way. And we'll fake it. McDonald almost intercepted. That's Hufanga that time, knocking that one incomplete. McDonald, not the most efficient day throwing the ball there in week 1, but did make a big impact on the ground. I believe over 50 rushing yards. And I think he did come out as our leading rusher there in week 1. Now we'll give it to Benson again. And a good tackle there in the trenches by Dre Greenlaw. Now a 3rd and 7. McDonald directly under center this time. And again, there goes Wallace in motion. We'll fake it. McDonald sits in the pocket, flings it downfield. And that's off the mark there for Kadarius Toney. Another bad ball to start the game, as our Snowhawks forced to punt here. And the 49ers all the way down to the 6-yard line. A very good punt there by Matt Ariza, as the 49ers back with it here. 3-yard rush from Brock Purdy. Now 2nd and 7. They got 7 yards from Purdy. So first down San Fran. 26 yards there for Kittle. Now moving the ball very well. Max Melton knocked away a pass. 9 yards for Pearsall. Now 3rd and 1 at about midfield. And they do get that just barely. Brock Purdy, I think 3 scrambles already on this drive. 3 yards for McCaffrey. Now it's 2nd and 7. He gets 7. Another first down for the Niners. 13 yards there for Ayuk. Now at the 24-yard line, they get 10 from McCaffrey, 2nd in inches. And that's incomplete. So now we'll do it again here on 3rd down. They get 6 yards for Ayuk now inside the 10. 7 yards for McCaffrey now at the goal line. And they get in there, Brock Purdy to George Kittle for the 1-yard touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship, the kicker now for San Fran, spent the first 2 seasons with our Snowhawks. Now here with the enemy. First down at the 30. The Snowhawks now trailing. Still have yet to find the end zone in this year 3 season. Goes Marvin Harrison Jr. in motion to the bottom of the screen. They fake it to Benson. McDonald rolls out, dumps it off there for Mark Andrews. That goes for 4. Andrews 6 catches for 56 yards in his Snowhawks debut after signing a 4-year, $90 million contract. And now McDonald will give again for Benson. And a strong run that time. Works it ahead. Going to be 3rd and 1. Already here into the final seconds of this first quarter. 3rd and 1 at the 39. Harrison Jr. in motion. They give to Benson, and nothing doing that time. He's absolutely rocked there by Fred Warner. That's going to go for a loss, and again, our Snowhawks going to have to punt. as we exit this first quarter. A 7-0 game. I feel like this one is absolutely flying by here from Levi's Stadium, as we're going to punt on the first play of the second quarter. Matt Ariza, as that's fair caught at the 17. San Fran back on offense as Joey Bosa with the sack. We have the Bosa brothers in this one. Joey Bosa, now of course a member of our Salt Lake City Snowhawks. Nick Bosa on the opposite side, and Joey Bosa the first sack of his Snowhawks career. And then Ayuk goes -2, so a 3rd and 21 at the 6. And that's knocked away by Matthew Torrance, so we're going to force a punt deep in their own territory, as we'll take over now at the 46, the best starting field position for Salt Lake City so far today. Hopefully we can take advantage and tie this one up. Alvin Kamara in the backfield this time, as Mark Andrews goes to the top of the screen. They do give to Kamara, and nothing doing that time. Now second down, Kamara is still the lone back, as they will give it to him again. That time he gets 3. So 3rd and 7 at the 49. Really need to convert here, keep this drive going. McDonald down the field. That's a man wide open. That's Kadarius Toney. And he gets that all the way down to the end zone for the house call. 51 yards for the first touchdown here in this year 3 season. Kadarius Toney flexing the muscles as he just beat everyone over the top there. A lapse in coverage. And I think this Lenoir just sitting there in the flat. Or not Lenoir, but either way, it's Travis Ward, I think, number 7, but a very good house call there by Kadarius Toney as he sparks this team. We really needed that. Getting kept out of the end zone for about, 5.5 quarters to this point. And then here's Joshua Carty on for the extra point to tie it up, as that is up, and it is good. As it's now 7-7 here from Levi's Stadium. A 3-play, 55-yard drive, 51 of those from Kadarius Toney. Now 8:12 left in the half. San Fran will take it from the 30-yard line. They get 6 yards for Ayuk. Now 2nd and 4, they get 6 for Pearsall. First down, 8 yards for McCaffrey now at midfield, 2nd and 2. And they get another 6 yards through the air that time for McCaffrey, 1 yard from Isaac Ruendo. 2nd and 9, and they get 14 for Pearsall, just really moving the ball extremely well following that first drive. Now 2nd and 7, that's a penalty against Jedrick Wills Jr., who we tried to get in that year 1 offseason, but elected to go with the 49ers instead. Now 2nd and 17, they get 11 for McCaffrey, 3rd and 5 here at the 25, a crucial play, and they go incomplete. So a 42-yard field goal is good there from Rodrigo Blankenship, as the 49ers back with the lead, the Snowhawks back with the ball, as we'll take it here at the 30. See if we can get another explosive play, as we'll fake it to the back. McDonald going to try and work out, as he will run for it this time, and he will get ahead for the first down and then some, give him 16. McDonald has made a tremendous impact with his legs over the course of his first 2 seasons so far. Now 1st and 10 at the 46. And we'll get for Kamara. As he squeezes through a lane, he gets 4. 2nd and 6 now, just before the 2-minute warning. Salt Lake City at midfield. There goes Toney in motion to the bottom of the screen. As he will get the call there, and that's snuffed out immediately. Travarius Ward, that aforementioned corner, signed a 1-year, $14 million deal to stay with the 49ers. And he read that one all the way. So a 3rd and 10, as McDonald now out there empty. We did hit the 2-minute warning, 1:59 now left in the half. And we have a man wide open. That's Mark Andrews this time. Is he going to win the foot race? And he will. His first touchdown as a member of the Snowhawks. Another huge hit in the passing game for McDonald and the Snowhawks. That one, I'm not sure the exact yardage, but we'll take it. A huge play there. Andrews just left wide open there. No man's land. Another big lapse in coverage from San Francisco, as the Snowhawks have a first lead in this ball game just before half. 14-10 now. We'll see if San Fran can use this minute 46 now as they take over at the 25. They get a quick 15 for McCaffrey. 3 yards there for Kittle, as they do burn a timeout. 2nd and 7, they get 6 for Kittle. And they burn their second timeout. 3rd and 1, they get a nice 19 for Ayuk. And now 3 yards there for Purdy just in the final seconds here. Pass dropped by Ayuk. So 3rd and 7, 23 seconds left. And pass knocked away by Caleb Patton. So a 46-yard field goal attempt to make it a 1-point game, as that is good by Rodrigo Blankenship. And now here into the final seconds of this second quarter, this first half. Salt Lake City with it at the 30. We'll see what we try to do in this instance. Just give it a run, take the lead into halftime. I believe we do start with the ball as well. We'll give it here for Trey Benson, just playing it conservative. He'll take a couple, and that will take us into halftime. 2 huge hits in the passing game. Kadarius Toney first, and Mark Andrews. with his biggest play so far as a member of the Snowhawks, his first touchdown, as our Salt Lake City Snowhawks lead 14-13, looking for our first win in this Year 3 season. Came into this game looking for our first touchdown, but we get 2 explosive big plays there, as now we'll enter this halftime report. Intrigued to see what's going on around the nation. I think I mentioned last week that the landscape here in the NFL is going to start changing a lot as we go on through this franchise. As we start here, Denver at Seattle. We'll see Seattle next week in this episode, as we're going to check out the defense in that game against Byron Snow, who's 5 for 6, 39 yards there as they head towards the end of the first half. Now Houston at the LA Chargers, as the Texans lead 17-7. CJ Stroud emerging as one of the top young quarterbacks in the league. Justin Herbert, a pair of interceptions in that game. Now going to the East Coast, we have the in-division Rams defeating the Giants 20-16, as the Rams now 2-0 on the season. Will Evans, the second-year quarterback, leading the charge there for LA, as Glenn Tyson just 9 for 21 there for the Giants, the rookie out of Notre Dame. He had a decent day against us last week for his first career win, but back to this one, McDonald, a nice play there on the ground, but it's been his arm making the big plays this week. A big hookup with Kadarius Toney for 51, one for Mark Andrews for about 40-50 yards. Not sure the exact number on that one, but our offense came to play today against maybe the top defense in our division, and we got to keep it up here as we are set to start the second half. Our Snowhawks with the ball, as we do lead by 1. We'll see how the return goes here. Undrafted free agent. I'm sorry, that's Dak Kitchens this time. I thought it was going to be Perry Harris. As a nice return from Kitchens, takes that to the 36. There's Lucas McDonald. Cade Moreland there, 69. Was the 11th overall pick. 84 overall rookie. You don't really see that too often. As our Snowhawks now with it at the 36. Also forgot to mention Randy Samuels at right guard out this week, so Isaiah Green in his spot. A quick one there for Toney, his second catch. And still fight ahead for 10. That'll make it 2nd and inches. 2 backs out there for the Snowhawks. I think Zamir White and Trey Benson. They fake it to Benson. Quick pressure was breaking in. They dump it off for Andrews, and he barely holds on. Just barely gets the first down. Now out in the I formation with a fresh set of downs. And they will fake it to Benson, the blitz. And Benson cannot pick that up. Kaylavon Chason gets home there untouched. That was Trey Benson's man there to pick up in pass protection, but a little tough there off the fake. Benson could not get set, and then Chase on the beneficiary that time, as McDonald is sacked for the first time today. That'll back us up now, 2nd and 18 at the 38. McDonald going to give it to him here on 2nd and very long, as Kamara will get ahead for 5. Now 3rd and 13, McDonald out there empty. Although Kamara does motion there into the backfield. McDonald takes the snap, sits in the pocket, man, open over the middle. Marvin Harrison Jr. hauls that in for the first down. It's going to go for 16, and his first catch of the day. He really was quiet last week until the 4th quarter, as he racked up a bunch of catches, a bunch of yardage. And now a fresh set here for the Snowhawks. A quick one there again for Harrison Jr. He catches that, only 3 though. Now 2nd and 7. Glassing game in the backfield there with Kamara. As they will go back for Kamara, finds a nice lane. He gets 5. Now 3rd and 2 at the 33. Andrews there in motion. Play clock winding down. And they do get that one off. McDonald swings that out for Benson, and he'll be wrapped up by Fred Warner. That's going to go for a 2-yard loss and now make it a 53-yard field goal attempt for Joshua Carty. He went 3 for 3 last week, accounted for all our points, but this one the longest he'll have to hit so far on this season. As that kick is up, and it is good, as Joshua Carty good there from 53. That one looked like it was almost blocked, but Salt Lake City able to extend their lead here out of the gate to start this second half. This will now bring the defense out. A 4-point lead here about halfway through the 3rd quarter, and the 49ers with it at the 30. Pass knocked away by rookie Nathan Scruggs. 13 yards there for Pearsall, so a first down. Then they get 8 yards for McCaffrey. 2nd and 2, -3 for Guerendo. So 3rd and 5 now at the 48, and they do get the first down there for Pearsall. He's had a bunch of catches so far. 3 yards for McCaffrey, 2nd and 7, and a 5-yard penalty against the defense to make it 2nd and 2. And they get the first down. Now 1st and 10 at the 33. 11 yards to Ayuk. And now 22-yard touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey as the 49ers retake the lead. They're now up 20-17 here in the final minute and a half or so of the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Snowhawks can keep the points going. They start here at the 30-yard line, typically the case. McDonald sits in the pocket, and he goes for Andrews. That one incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. There's Kamara there, the man in motion. Picks up a blitz there in the backfield, but couldn't get that screen off for Harrison Jr. Some of the play designs on this playbook I'm really starting to fall out of favor with, so I think maybe next year we might switch up the playbook. We'll see how it goes the rest of the year. 3rd down now at the 30. McDonald trying to throw, does get that one off, and that's going to be knocked down, trying to drop that in the bucket there for Tylan Wallace. And a good play on the ball there from Green, one of the young defensive backs here for the 49ers, as the Snowhawks cannot answer that 49ers touchdown. They go 3 and out there, forced to punt. And now the 49ers with pretty good field position starting at the 31. As they do get 8 yards there for McCaffrey on the ground, 2nd and 2. And they get a sack there. Darius Robinson makes up for that penalty earlier as he takes down Brock Purdy for the sack. So a 3rd and 6 here at the 35. And they get 17 yards for Ayuk. Our 3rd down defense just really hasn't stood up too well this game. 2nd and 5 now after a 5-yard pass for Kittle. Now 4 yards for McCaffrey, 3rd and inches. And they get 12 yards for Jawan Jennings. 4 yards there for Carlos Morales, a 2nd-year tight end. Nathan Scruggs with a pass deflection. So 3rd and 6 now at the 23. And that's dropped by Pearsall. So you have to settle for a field goal attempt, a 40-yarder. And that is good there from Rodrigo Blankenship. So that makes it a 6-point game now with 8:31 remaining. Salt Lake City back with it on offense, being outgained 339 to 184, I think it said. And a majority of our yardage there on those 2 big hits to Andrews and Tony. They'll fake the run. McDonald goes to the 2nd read that time, gets Andrews at the sideline. Nice pitch and catch there. We now hit the 8-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Salt Lake City up to the 44-yard line. McDonald underneath there for Kamara. And he'll catch that, takes that for 8. Now into 49ers territory at the 48-yard line. 1st down as Kamara motions there to the bottom of the screen. McDonald on the drop back. Gets that from Mark Andrews, just barely slips that in. Getting that past Fred Warner there in tight coverage. And Mark Andrews now 5 catches for 96 yards on the day. That one will move us up to the 26-yard line in striking distance now, as our Snowhawks trailing by 1 point. McDonald directly under center now on the drop back. A quick one there for Tip Ryman this time, as he'll get that for 4. Now 2nd and 6 at the 22. We'll go for Kamara on the sweep, and nothing doing that time. Nick Bosa all over that, and that's going to lose 4. Another 3rd down for the Snowhawks, this time at the 26. As we're just about to hit the halfway point of this 4th quarter. Give for Kamara here on 3rd down as he's trying to work off a block. And he stood up. Does get 5, but that is going to bring up 4th down. As we are going to bring out the offense. Obviously a field goal here makes it just a 3-point game, but we are going to go for it here now in the red zone. 4th and 5. McDonald's got to make something happen, and that's going to hit a man there at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to go incomplete. Turnover on downs. And that might be the best chance we have of getting back in this one, as we are denied. Tough break that time. The 49ers now back on offense. They've been moving the ball very well. McCaffrey 3 yards there to start. 12 yards for Jennings. And now 1st down. They get 7 yards for Pearsall. 2nd and 3. Pass knocked away by Robinson. 3rd and 3 now. And they get 5 yards for Ayuk, moving the chains. 18 yards for McCaffrey. And now 2nd and 10. They get 3 yards for McCaffrey. So 3rd and 7 now at the 32. And they get 20 yards for George Kittle, absolutely breaking it open now. Now at the 5-yard line. 2 yards for McCaffrey. 3rd and 2. And Brock Purdy does kneel it. So that will do it here in San Francisco. An anticlimactic finish. That 4th down really, obviously served as a finishing point for us. We had a chance there to kick a field goal, I thought, but I don't mind the aggressiveness going for it there. That deep in San Francisco territory. Still the 49ers, the team to beat in the NFC West, and we definitely gave them a run for their money here today. Only 1 win against the 49ers so far in this franchise. Now 1-4 against them, but last season we swept every other NFC West opponent. We went 2-0 against the Rams, 2-0 against the Seahawks, but the 49ers still big brother to us here in the NFC West. But next time we see them will be later in the season at home there in Salt Lake City from Snowhawk Stadium. So hopefully at that point we'll be a little bit more well-equipped to deal with them. McDonald, a decent day throwing the ball. 12 for 18, 184, 2 touchdowns. Rushing Kamara, 7 for 20. Benson, 6 for 18. McDonald just 1 for 16. We usually see more of an impact from him there. Mark Andrews, 5 for 96, a touchdown. Tony, 3 for 57, a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. just 2 for 19. Definitely need to get him more involved. Only 1 sack allowed in this game, but no one got accredited with the sack allowed, so I guess that's good to see. Tackles, Jerry Sexton, our rookie out of UW, led with 8. Tied with Matthew Torrance and Jalen Thompson. Tackles for loss, we had Bosa, Bobby Brown III, and Jalen Thompson. Only sacks for Bosa and Darius Robinson. Joshua Carty 1 for 1 with that 52-yarder. A rise of 53 average with 53 net average as well, so pretty good numbers there. As we fall here from Levi Stadium, it's 23-17 in what was a very good Week 2 matchup against the 49ers. And now we are here in Week 3, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Salt Lake City Snowhawks. Our first meeting with number 1 overall pick Byron Snow, the top quarterback, the top overall prospect in this past year's draft. 0-2 are the Seahawks along with our Snowhawks, however. We both look for our first win of the season. Something's got to give here. The Seahawks back in year 1 of this franchise made the Super Bowl, NFC champions, but a first to worst type situation for them as they fell to the bottom of the NFL ranks last season as the worst team, netting that number 1 overall pick. And Byron Snow, definitely the top quarterback so far within these first 2 draft classes. A very good start to his career in the first 2 games. 5 touchdown passes to just 1 interception as he's completing upwards, I believe, of a 78%. So he's been super good to start his career, but just still searching for that first win, and we'll see who can get it here today. Now here at the opening kickoff as we are underway here from Snowhawk Stadium in Week 3 of this Year 3 season. Our Snowhawks a bad start at 0-2, but both losses by a combined 11 yards as the Seahawks get a nice return there out of the gate. As we see there, Byron Snow, quarterback out of LSU, number 1 overall pick, and I guess that's the 2026 NFL draft. As I said, 5 touchdowns to just 1 interception, 528 passing yards, and completing over 75% of his passes. And we are going to hone in on our defense here today and check out Byron Snow. The Seahawks come out in the I formation. Traded away Zach Charbonnet after the preseason. They'll start here for Kenneth Walker, and Andrew Van Ginkel reading that all the way. Stops him at the line with a nice hit. Van Ginkel had an interception in Week 1 where we fell 14-9 against the New York Giants. Now here on 2nd and 10, Kenneth Walker again going to get the give, and he'll get more this time as he does get ahead for the first down. Last season, we opened on Monday Night Football against the Seahawks, and we actually won that game. And now Byron Snow, his first drop back, but man, over the middle, as that's going to go for 10, 2nd and inches coming up. That's Rondale Moore, now of the Seahawks, former Cardinal. Snow now directly under center will give again for Walker, breaks an arm tackle, and works dead ahead for 5. Seahawks already now at the 37-yard line, within field goal range. Snow, another drop back here, going to roll to the right, step up and throw, has a man wide open, and it's dropped. I want to say that was Jackson Smith and Jigba, a blatant drop in a soft spot there. I'm not sure how he gets so wide open, and that one's going to live with him for the rest of this game unless he can rewrite it. 2nd and 10 now. Snow, another drop back, a quick decision, and that one goes a little astray. You could tell Snow just, he throws a nice ball, and this will go out here empty. 3rd and 10 at the 37. They're going to send a blitz here. That's going to get home as that will force them out of field goal range. Kendall Fuller, the seasoned veteran of this secondary, brought him in 1 year, $14 million as the top cornerback on the market. Definitely making an impact there. Moving him outside in the slot, could probably play a little free safety if we needed him to, as that's going to be a nice stop here from our defense to start. And now the Seahawks will be forced to punt at the 46-yard line. Goes for a touchback. And we'll see what the offense can do here today. Right out of the gate, 26 yards to Marvin Harrison Jr. Really need him to get going. 1-yard rush for Kamara, now 2nd and 9. And we get another 12 yards there for Harrison. So already more catches than he had in the last game. 7-yard rush there for Kadarius Toney, 2nd and 3. We get another 12 yards for Harrison. So he must be up to like 40 receiving yards already. And then 23-yard touchdown pass to Ray McCloud. Lucas McDonald is not messing around here today as we go right down the field and score 7-0 here. More than halfway through this first quarter, we'll check out the defense again and see if we can contain the Snow. It would have been funny if Byron Snow was in that first draft class where we ended up going with Lucas McDonald at quarterback. Seemed like Byron Snow as a Snowhawk would have just been too perfect as Kenneth Walker gets 4 yards. He's going to have a heavy game here last week. 16 rushes, 74 yards there, and a very good game there against the Denver Broncos as Byron Snow is just barely out-dueled by Bo Nix. Seahawks a 6-point loss last week, a 3-point loss going back to Week 1 against Chicago. In a matchup of 2 number 1 overall quarterbacks in Caleb Williams and Byron Snow as Walker another first down, already up to 26 rushing yards. 4 minutes left in this first quarter Seattle at the 41, another give for Walker, has Andrew Van Ginkel going downhill, working off a block and making the tackle. Next week we do face the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football, and we do hold the Eagles' first-round pick this season. Snow going there to the sideline as that overshoots his man. Rookie Nathan Scruggs in on that one, an early second-round pick from this past draft class. Kind of rotating he and Fuller in the slot. Now Snow, patience in the pocket, to try and step up and run for it. And on 3rd and 9, he'll be stopped short. Good tackle there by the rookie Sexton, the rookie out of UW, as he had 8 tackles, tied for the team lead last week. As we had an injury at the position, Quay Walker did miss last week's game, and Jacob Sexton's had a very nice start to his career so far. 75th overall pick in this past draft class. And now Seattle, another touchback. We'll see if we can get another quick strike drive here. Another 11 for Harrison Jr. He's on pace for one heck of a game. 3-yard scramble by Lucas McDonald. 2nd and 7. We got a 5-yard rush for Harrison. So 3rd and 2 now. And it's dropped by Tony. So we're going to have to punt now, as that goes all the way down to the 7-yard line. Less than a minute now left in this first quarter of play. Seahawks deep in their own territory. See how Snow operates here after 2 punts. Now deep in his own zone. Quick one there over the middle. That's caught by DK Metcalf. Only 1 yard though. Now 2nd and 9. Salt Lake City at 100 total yards as a team. You love to see the offense get going after a very slow start to the season. Seattle stacks the line. They're going to give it back for Walker. Strong stiff arm. Get off me. Pretty much just punches a man in the face. I didn't see who that was, but Matthew Torrance there to clean it up. Kenneth Walker just abusing our defenders. That might have been Max Melton, as that will bring us down to the second quarter. Salt Lake City, a hot start, 7-0, but our second drive stalled out. But luckily our defense making a huge impact here today, as we're set to force another punt and get the ball back into the hands of Lucas McDonald yet again, as each of these sides looking for our first win of the season, our first win in division play as well. Now 3rd and 10 at the 7 as the field flips, and Snow takes the snap. Now from his own end zone, going to take a hit as he does get that off, and that's just barely knocked down. Very good coverage there, a good recovery. I think that was Jackson Smith and Jigba there up the sideline. But we are able to recover there and force the incompletion. So now A.J. Cole already his 3rd, 4th punt of the game, this time from his own end zone. We'll check out the return this time, as that will be fair caught, so disregard. We will not check out the return, as Lucas McDonald and the offense getting back out there. Starting this drive from the 43-yard line. -1 to Kamara, 2nd and 11. We get 4 yards through the air there to Kamara. Now 3rd and 8. And again, the offense going to have to punt here. We go 3 and out. And that's going to go for a touchback this time. So just trading punts early on in the second quarter. Seattle back with it at the 20. Byron Snow now out there empty. Seattle looking to get some points on the board here. Snow takes the snap. 4-man rush. As he does find a man there going back to it. Good timing route. Maybe that one kind of gets him in motion again to Rondell Moore. Both completions now have been to the veteran receiver. Very experienced receiving core here at this point in this franchise, with Smith and Jigba, Metcalf, and Rondell Moore added to the mix. Now another carry there for Walker gets 1. And that'll bring us to 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line. Snow will give to Walker. That time neutralized. Only 1 yard. Good play there by Caleb Patton and Kwity Paye teaming up. And now 3rd and 8. We'll see if the Salt Lake City defense can force yet another punt. Snow takes the snap. Feeling pressure, takes a hit, and he tried to dump that off for Kenneth Walker. And that's Darius Robinson, Joey Bosa teaming up on the rush that time, invoking some punishment there on Snow, as another punt for the Seahawks. And that one again goes for a touchback. We'll see if we can extend this lead at all. 8-yard pass for Trey Benson. Haven't really seen him yet. Incomplete, so 3rd and 2. And we just barely get it there. 5 yards for Benson. Good to see us convert on a 3rd down. 9 yards for Kadarius Toney, 2nd and 1. Incomplete, so now 3rd and 1 at the 42. And we get a 6-yard rush from Marvin Harrison Jr. Lucas McDonald is sacked by Glenn Hancock. I believe their first-round pick from last year had 3 sacks as a rookie. 2nd and 17, a 6-yard rush by Kamara. So 3rd and 11, 3rd and long. Here we get 14 yards to Tip Ryman. You love to see him contributing. Another rush from Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that's his 3rd already on the game. 3-yard rush by Kamara. So it's a 3rd and 5 now. Looks like we got the first down. It didn't show us how, though. And then Byron Murphy, a sack on McDonald. So 2nd and 18 now at the 29. 10 yards for Tony, a more manageable 3rd down now, 3rd and 8. And we get a 19-yard touchdown pass to Ray McLeod, his 2nd of the half. He's been, I don't know if he had a catch in the first 2 games, a late addition to this roster there in the preseason to take the spot of Jahan Dotson. And what a big impact. Hopefully you have him starting in your flex on your fantasy team. That is now Salt Lake City up 14-0 here, less than a minute left in the half. We'll see how Seattle responds. All their timeouts to work with. Snow on the drop back. And a miscommunication there with Noah Fant as he threw it behind him, so incomplete as it's now 2nd down. Snow takes the snap. That's going to be batted down at the line. I think Bosa or maybe Caleb Patton there might have got a hand on it. And a good play there by the D-line, forcing a quick 3rd down for Seattle. You know, they didn't really kill any clock. So we get a stop here. We get the ball back. Kenneth Walker will take that for not enough for a 1st down now. We've done a really good job at neutralizing him. I think he was like 5 for 25, and now since then maybe 5 for 10 or so. And we still have all our 2 timeouts to work with. 4th and 4. Obviously they're going to punt here, and we take over at the 8-yard line. So a very good punt there. We just take it into the half as we lead 14-0. So hopefully our Snowhawks on our way to our first victory of this season. I believe we get the ball to start the half as well. Up 14-0. The defense came to play. The offense came to play as well. Had a nice couple quick scoring drives there. The passing game really coming along here this week. As we'll now get into this halftime report. The Eagles at LA. As I said, we do take on the Eagles next week. They're up 28-21 against the Rams. The Rams at 2-0 on the season, but we're rooting for them in this game. We want the Eagles to lose all their games this year. Now the Colts against the Steelers. The Colts fall to 0-3, so a front runner at this point to have the #1 overall pick as Justin Fields and the Steelers take down the Colts. Amari Cooper now there in Pittsburgh will come back to the West Coast as we have San Fran at the Chargers, leading 13-7 at the half. The 49ers defeated us, I think it was 23-17 last week, as they're still big brother in the NFC West. But back to our game, a very good offensive showing. You know, we haven't really seen it, but we've been simming it, and it's good to see Marvin Harrison Jr. get going. Ray McLeod with 2 touchdown catches. It'd be nice to see the running game get going a little bit as well, but not going to be too greedy, as we'll certainly take what we can get. And now to start this second half, we'll take over at the 30-yard line. 4-yard rush by McDonald, 2nd and 6. We get 8 yards there to Kamara. Incomplete now, 2nd and 10. We get 5-yard rush from McDonald, 3rd and 5. And we can't keep it going. 4th and 5 at the 47. We punt. And Seattle will take over at the 19-yard line. And we'll see if they can get some points on the board. Snow takes the snap, a quick one to the sideline, and DK Metcalf still had his back to him. So you could see a lot of mishaps here. The Seahawks kind of all out of sorts. Snow and his receivers, only 13 passing yards now into the 3rd quarter. But he did have a very good week 1 and week 2. So a little uncharacteristic here in a small sample size as Rondale Moore breaks off a tackle that was almost undercut. Moore, very good concentration and footwork there at the sideline to stay in and able to get a little bit extra after the catch. That might have doubled Snow's passing total coming into this quarter, as another incompletion there. So a lot of miscommunications, you know, with more reps, more experience, more time together. These are the type of things you would hope that they can nail down, but still very early into the Byron Snow tenure. This time on the run, as he can't get that one to his man. A little reckless that time from Snow. Seattle still without a 3rd down conversion. Snow staying patient in the pocket, now going to try and step up and run, and he'll be brought down that time. Joey Bosa bringing him down a strong stop. Not quite a sack, though, as he did gain a yard. As, again, Seattle is going to punt our defense. This might be the best performance we've seen from them so far in this franchise. As A.J. Cole, another touchback, so our offense at the 20. -3 there to Benson, 2nd and 13. He gets another 7, so another 3rd and 6 here. And we go incomplete, so another 3 and out for our offense to start. And we'll just jump right back into it. 5:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And at some point, our offense, you know, just run the clock a little bit. Still plenty of time for the Seahawks to try and scrap their way back in it. Walker now up the middle. A very strong run that time, gets 9. I think that was Walker's best carry of the day after that first drive or so. You know, 2nd and 1 at the 37. Snow drop back here. Quick one there. He does hit his man, and that will get the 1st down. That was A.J. Barner, the backup tight end, Michigan product. A fresh set for Seattle. They'll fake it to Walker. Snow will dump it off for him at the sideline, as that's going to get nothing. They're trying to go for the big shot that time, but covered up well by Salt Lake City. Back in the I formation, they go back for Walker, and he'll be brought down there along the line of scrimmage by Caleb Patton. The 4th-round pick from year 1 has been phenomenal in his first 2 seasons now as a Snowhawk. 3rd and 9 at the 40. Seattle still searching for their first 3rd down conversion. On the move that time, Snow does have a man over the middle. And Rondale Moore, he's been super solid in this one, but that time drops it through the contact. Cannot hang on. I think that might have been Scruggs in coverage. As Seattle, another punt here. And that's just the theme of this game for them. 5-yard pass there to Harrison Jr. I don't think he's had any catches since that first drive or so. Another 3rd down, 3rd and 2. And we just barely convert there. Carry blasting aim. We get 5 yards for Mark Andrews, his first catch. Forgot he was on this team, 3rd and 2. And another 7 yards for blasting aim using our fullback here. 1st and 10 at the 39 to start the 4th and final quarter. We get 7 yards to Kamara. 2nd and 3, 4 for Benson. Now at the 50-yard line, we get another 8 for Benson. So now we're kind of relying on the running game. 3rd and inches. McDonald got 2 yards. And we go -3 on 3rd and 1. So 4th and 3 at the 43. I say go for it. We'll see what they decide to do. And we do go for it. 9-yard catch there for Benson. You love to see that, keeping the drive going. 8 yards for Tip Ryman. He has more catches than Andrews. Zamir White, his first touch, gets 3 yards, getting him on the action. And 24 yards to Marvin Harrison Jr. So Lucas McDonald with 3 passing touchdowns in this game. Harrison Jr. finally gets his. As we now lead 21-0 here late in the game. Just 6:17 remaining. Seattle still without any points. Only 1 3rd down conversion on the day. I think it said only 114 yards of total offense. Snow now rolling. Takes a big hit there from Kwity Paye and just has to throw that away into his sideline. Now that we're kind of into the final stages, looks like our Salt Lake City Snowhawks in line for our first victory. I do want to get some feedback. Let me know what kind of format of the episodes you like the best. We're going to obviously do a few full games like we do every week 1. We mix them in throughout the season as well. Next week we'll get a full game in against the Philadelphia Eagles, seeing as how it is on Monday Night Football. And we do hold their 1st round pick, so we'll get a look at them for the first time in this franchise. Snow has a nice catch there by DK Metcalf there along the sideline. Good to see them getting something going here. As I was saying, though, and of course in this game we did offense 1 game, defense 1 game, kind of split it. Did a little 2-for-1. I was going to simulate a little bit here, just, quick, not even the games we watched, just simulate flat out a few weeks ahead, kind of dig into this year 3 season a little bit, but I do want to get a full game in there against the Eagles. But if you want me to do like a full sim episode where we sim ahead like 8 weeks, just really go quick pace on the season, let me know. But if you prefer these like mixed episodes where you do offense, defense, or a full game, definitely let me know what format you prefer. But back to the action here. Now less than 5 minutes left. The Seahawks finally get something going. 1st down at the 23. Byron Snow, 2nd read there. He does find DK Metcalf, and he'll be pushed out, gets 6 yards. As now when they have the most urgency is when they seem to be moving the ball the most effectively. Back out in the I formation. 2nd and 4 now in the red zone. They fake it to Walker. Snow just going to throw that one away. I think you could tell, though, Byron Snow is definitely going to be a good quarterback in this league. We have 2 of the top young quarterbacks between the Seahawks and Snowhawks. A fake there. They go screen. And DK Metcalf lit up there by Kendall Fuller. And that will bring out a 4th and 1. So it really all comes down to this. 4th and 1 at the 14. They're out in the I formation. 2 tight ends on the field. They go Kenneth Walker. He gets an easy 1st down, breaks a tackle. And then Jalen Thompson there to clean it up. Walker now over 50 yards. As the Seahawks have 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. I formation, they will give back to Walker. And so he stopped there in traffic. 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal now at the 8. Snow on the drop back. Dropping back further. Fires that one. And that's going to go out of the end zone. Bringing up 3rd and goal. 3:05 left in this one. Snow out there with 2 backs on the field. Snow with it. Going to sling that one away. So, I mean, he's taking time sitting there in the pocket. I don't know if he's going through his progressions the best. Can't really see coverage at all, all the time. So, I don't know if coverage is just that good or if he's just not finding the open man. Now here on 4th and goal, Snow fires for the end zone. It's batted up and caught off the ricochet there by A.J. Barner. I'm not sure who made first contact with it, but Barner, great concentration and awareness there to catch it off the deflection. Definitely want to get another look at that. Snow sat back there in the pocket, just fired it, you know. You have nothing left to lose at that point and made something happen, as the Seahawks are not going to get shut out in this one. They get some points here. 13 plays, 69-yard drive as they find the end zone for the first time. Let's take a look at this onside kick. Hopefully we can recover this one as we do scoop it up there. Breaking a tackle, and then we're going to take over on offense now at the 41 with 2:51 left to play. Tylan Wallace on the recovery, one of the few remaining expansion picks on this inaugural roster. 2nd and 4, 3 yards for Benson now. 3rd and 1 as we go incomplete, so 4th and 1 as we still have the 2-minute warning to go for. We do kick a field goal. I don't know why it's, I guess it kind of glitched out there once we hit the 2-minute warning. Doesn't really show us the play. So Joshua Carty, a 49-yard field goal is good, which now again makes it a 3-possession game. 1:50 remaining for the Seahawks, 2 timeouts. See if this urgent offense can keep getting results. As a nice play on the ball that time, forcing that incomplete. That was the rookie Nathan Scruggs working against Rondale Moore, the heavily targeted Rondale Moore. Going back to our offense, Mark Andrews just 1 catch in this game for the $90 million man. Now Snow, quick drop back, finds a man over the middle. That's Scruggs active today, working in there against DK Metcalf that time. Hauls that in for 8, 3rd and 2. Snow sitting in the pocket, rolling left. Gonna just launch it down the field from the 30, as it's gonna be knocked down, and again almost caught by the Seahawks off the ricochet, but Byron Snow threw that one almost like 70 yards down the field with ease. So showing one off the strong arm. Nathan Scruggs, his big day continues for the rookie corner. Now 4th and 2, another 4th down here for the Seahawks. It will give to Kenneth Walker as he redirects, finds the 1st down. He'll move that up to the 44. Seahawks still 2 timeouts to work with. They just hurry back now. Snow directly under center. Underneath there for Noah Fant as he's brought down, and they call their 2nd timeout with exactly 1 minute remaining here at the 50-yard line. Now just 1 timeout for the Seahawks. Snow rolling to the right now, just going to rip that out of bounds. Now less than a minute left in this 4th quarter. Snow. That'll be batted down at the line. We've seen that happen to Lucas McDonald here and there. It's nice to see the other team do that as well. So another 4th down from the Snowhawks. Sorry, from the Seahawks. Surprised it took me that long to mix that up, as now that one for Jackson Smith and Jigba. And I think the Seahawks now have more 4th down conversions than they do 3rd down conversions. It is now 24-7 here in the final seconds. The Seahawks with no more timeouts. All out of sorts here as we've gone on. Trying to hang in there, finish through. 41 seconds remaining. Snow again with it, rolling to the right. Dumps that off and just out of the reach there. Not sure if that was Moore or Smith and Jigba laying out for it, but incomplete nonetheless. Now 2nd down, 37 seconds remaining. Snow has a man up the seam there for Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he will not quite finish. So 1st and goal now at the 2-yard line. A bunch of time runs off, maybe 1 or 2 more plays here for the Seahawks. Snow for the end zone. That's going to go out of the end zone, so now just 6 seconds remaining. Hopefully we can hang strong here. You definitely don't want to surrender that last second touchdown, even though it's meaningless at this point. Snow, another chance there, and a quick one, just going to rip it again out of bounds. And see Kendall Fuller, Rondale Moore getting into it. So now 3rd and goal, likely the last play I would think, unless he just does another quick throwaway. Byron Snow with it over the middle there for, I think that's Noah Fant maybe, as he's swimming for the touchdown. I'm sorry, that's Foote, one of the young players, one of the auto-generated players on this team. Antoine Foote, very well could be his first career touchdown, honestly, as he took a hit but hung on strong. And the Seahawks a little more dignity here to end, as we couldn't keep them to just 1 touchdown. Still 1 second left on the clock, of course, as they knock through the extra point. 24-14 here, 1 tick left. As the Seahawks, when they needed to show urgency, that's when they were the best, which will be a knee. So our Salt Lake City Snowhawks are going to come out with our first victory here in our Year 3 season. It was awful, to start 0-2, especially with playoff expectations this year after spending so much in free agency, drafting 2 first-rounders. But we're coming along here, 24-14 as Byron Snow, a good late effort there. but too little too late as their bad start just really cost them here today. Our Snowhawks able to put together some explosive drives on offense. Lucas McDonald, 3 touchdown passes, 1 to Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 to Ray McLeod, who was a late addition, as I said, to this team. Just barely earned a roster spot. See Jacob Sexton a big hit earlier. That last second touchdown, Max Melton all over Antoine Foote there, but still could not force the ball free. We had a nice sack there from Kendall Fuller on a blitz. And there's that ricochet. So 2, kind of bogus touchdowns there for the Seahawks. I think both on 4th down. 18 for 26. Tremendous game from him. 224 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Byron Snow, 17 for 40. So a bunch of pass attempts, but only 42% completion. But 2 touchdown passes. Still only 1 interception in his first 3 games running the rock. McDonald was 7 for 22. Kamara 7 for 26. Trey Benson 6 for 24. Blasingame had 7. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 12 receiving. He had 690 and a touchdown. Tony 4 for 44. Tip Ryman 2 for 22. Benson 2 for 17. Ray McLeod 2 for 42 and 2 touchdowns. Both times he caught the ball, he was finding pay dirt. Mark Andrews just 1 for 5. Although he did have over 100 last week. Ikem Ekonwu, Cade Mays, each a sack allowed on defense. Matthew Torrance led with 6 tackles. A bunch of guys here tackle for loss, including Quay Walker, who made his return this week. Kendall Fuller, our only sack. No interceptions. 2 passes defended by Patton and Kendall Fuller. So Caleb Patton making an impact there at the line. Batting passes down. 3 from Nathan Scruggs. He was super active. Called his name a bunch of times for the rookie out of Ole Miss. Joshua Carty 1 for 1. He's still perfect on this season, hitting from 49. Matt Ariza, 47.7 net. Very good as he continues to perform very well for our special teams unit. We'll now end the episode just kind of going over our coach skill tree here. As you can see, we spent a bunch on player personnel in the first 2 years, but now we want to go over to head coach and offensive and defensive development. We brought in a bunch of guys at this point, and we're going to continue to do so, obviously, the further we go along. So I think at this point it's more pivotal to try and develop our own guys. So we already have road grader here for guards, pocket setter for tackles. So we definitely want to keep our focus on the offensive line. Going over to defense, we do have lockdown machine maxed out, so our corners are earning the most they can. Fortify the line. We have D tackles, Royal Rush for ends, just level 1 for them. So we could go down to the final piece, or actually we can't even afford that, but that would make it that every player is a scheme fit. Or we can go over to offense, anchor man, that's 20, and that's gonna increase XP for centers, but we really don't even have a young center on this team yet. That's going to be an area we try and target this coming free agency or draft. So we could keep it going here, go to center, which would open up quarterback, and that would really help out Lucas McDonald, obviously our franchise quarterback, but I think we got to just keep focusing on guards at this point. We drafted 2 young guys in Randy Samuels and Cade Moreland, and I think developing them is very important at this point, and then we'll move into tackle and definitely go down to center and quarterback at some point here soon. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to get through a little bit more in this episode, but seeing as how we take on the Philadelphia Eagles next week on Monday Night Football, I do want to save that for a full episode, and I think in that one we'll kind of sim ahead a bunch. We'll have this Week 4 matchup in Philly, then we'll move on to host the Chiefs, the Panthers, going into our bye week. So I think we'll play the full Philly game, and then we'll sim ahead maybe another 3 to 5 weeks or so, and get to the halfway point or so of this Year 3 season. But as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.